Timeout is one of the major strategies that we use in the moment when you're really feeling under pressure. So if you're at about a 6 on our 1 to 10 scale, so you're feeling angry but still in control, you can feel yourself going even higher to a 7 or an 8, then that is an ideal time to take a timeout. Now, we have 6 steps in our timeout plan that help to make sure that things are most likely to work out. The first step is to sit down with the person that you might need to take the time out from and make a plan. So you talk about where you will go, what you will do, and how long you will be. So by committing to talk it over when you've settled down, you make it much more likely that the other person will agree to allow you to take a time out. When a man feels angry, what usually works is for him to take a time out. Women can often stay and talk it out in their moment. So when a man gets up and says that he needs to go, it can often be read as just wanting to avoid the issue. So that's why having an agreed plan really helps out, so that you know what's going to happen. The second step is to call the time out when it's needed. Now, because you've had the conversation already and you've got the plan, all you need to do is to say, I'm taking a time out like we said. The third is to do what was agreed and put the plan into action. So having some exercise, walking, running, biking or whatever is good because it releases chemicals into your body that helps you to calm down. Going somewhere natural like the bush or to the beach often works really well. You might go and talk to someone who will give you good advice. Now there's 4 Ds of 4 things to avoid: drinking, driving, drugging and doing anything dangerous. Fourth, after your agreed amount of time, and we would advise an hour or more, you make contact and check back in. When you're both ready, you can move on to step 5. Step 5 is going back to the house. Now, it's not a good idea to talk over things straight away because things can still flare up pretty easily, but negotiate a time to talk things through later on. Then when the time is right, sit down and talk it through. It can be tempting to just let things go and not actually have that difficult conversation, but in the end, the problem will just come back later on. So once the plan has worked well once, it's much easier to ask for a timeout the next time it is needed. So timeout is an excellent strategy to help in the moment when we might be tempted to just go with the emotion that we have and can work and provide some real solutions.